Hey beautiful people, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys have all been doing well. So as we all know, this is Heart to Heart, where we talk about all things health, healing and well-being. And of course, usually I have Ben here with me, and obviously today he's not with us. He is a little bit busy at the moment, so that's why today I'm just filming on my own. So welcome back to another video, guys. Really hope that you guys have all been doing well. And today I'm actually coming with this video on a topic that one of our viewers commented and asked for us to speak about. So I thought, yep, I'm definitely going to get onto it, because I did ask you guys to give us topics, give us anything that you'd like us to encourage you guys on or talk about. So if somebody does that, straight away I'm going to get onto it. So today's topic that we're going to be discussing is the topic of stagnation. And basically, when you feel like you're not really moving far in life, or you just feel stuck, or things aren't really happening for you. And yeah, so I personally have been through that stage in my life, and I've felt that stage in my life. So I hope that I can give you guys some insights of things that I have done to help me to overcome like stagnant periods of my life. So there are actually multiple examples in the Bible that talks about stagnation, especially the story of the Israelites. We know what they went through. We know that the Israelites really suffered. They really went through a lot, and really God was even still with them during that time of stagnation. God was with them. He never left them, and he never forsook them. We know, obviously, if we read Exodus, we know about all the things that they really went through with slavery and the Egyptian king just tormenting them. We know about all of that, or if you know, if you read your Bible, I would consider that time, that period of the Israelites' life, as a period of stagnation, where really like they were in slavery. They were not able to get to where they wanted to get to because of constant setback, of constant, just the king just putting them down and really belittling them, making sure that they were not progressing in life. Even when God sent Moses and his brother Aaron, no matter what Moses and Aaron did through the inspiration of God, Pharaoh didn't want to listen. Pharaoh didn't care, and he was not even trying to give any sense of like hope, any sense of like, oh, okay, maybe let's try and see if we can do anything for them. None of that. He had a hard heart. The Bible says he had a hard heart, and he did not care. And sometimes in our lives, when we really go deeper, Pharaoh can be described as the devil, right? The devil does not want to see us progress in life. Okay, guys? His desire and his job is to kill, steal, and destroy. And once we understand this, we will know that fundamentally, in our spirit, there is an enemy who wants to kill, steal, and destroy always. And that stems into why sometimes we have stagnant periods in our lives when, for example, spiritually we are under attack and we are not aware of it. We go through these stagnant periods in our lives. So what do we do when we go through stagnant periods, when we feel like life is just not even allowing us to flourish? We're not getting anywhere. We feel stuck. We don't know what to do. So whenever I've been in periods like this, I know that I have to go into a time of either fasting or praying. So every time I feel like I'm stuck, I always feel like I have to go and seek God. I have to go and search. Okay, God, what is going on right now? Why am I going through what I'm going through at the moment? And what is the reason? And how do I overcome it? So I remember when I went through this kind of time, we all go through, sometimes we go through certain periods, in our lives. And, when we do go through those stagnant periods, it's just sometimes a time really for us to reflect and do soul searching and ask God, where do you actually want me to go now? What is it? What's next for me? Where am I heading to? How do you want me to begin to conduct my actions? Do I need to reevaluate my life, the things that I'm doing, my habits, my behaviors, the things that I decide to spend my time on? What do I need to start to change? The things that I do remember doing after having prayed about it, fasted about it. And guys, when we fast, honestly, I know fasting is not for everyone, and fasting is not easy. So I feel like it's something where you have to have a purpose. Once you have a purpose, you have a reason, you really have a desire, you want to really see what God is saying about a certain situation. You say, okay, God, for example, I'm fasting because I want to get a job. Or God, I'm fasting because I need to know where you're leading me, where I'm heading, this coming year. So then you make that decision, then you commit to fasting. You say, God, I'm not going to eat, or God, I'm going to fast off social media, or God, I'm going to, if you're someone who maybe swears or something, I'm not going to swear today. I don't know. Whatever it is that you feel like it will be difficult to give up, you say, okay, God, I'm going to give this up. I'm going to give this up. Just give it up for a week to hear what you have to say to me, because I want to hear what you're saying. And I remember that a period of time last year when I felt like, there was like just some stagnation going on. And when I had finished coming out of that period of like seeking God, this is the things that I started to do that really helped me. I wrote down the vision and made it clear. Okay, so writing down the vision, let's say, for example, you want to start a business. You write down the vision. What do you see with this business? Where do you want to head? What are you trying to get out of this business? Why are you doing it? And what's your aim at the end of the day? So write down everything that you can think of, brainstorm every idea that you have about this business. So you write down the vision. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2 says, "Then the Lord replied, write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets so that a herald may run with it." Basically, write down the vision. In another translation, it says, write down the vision, make it clear so that whoever sees it will run with it. When you write down the vision, when you brainstorm, when you put down all your ideas, whenever you present your idea out there, you just never know who God will bring your way to encourage you, to push you, to work with you and collaborate with you in order for you to produce the things that you're desiring to produce. So that's one of the reasons why we write down the vision, because when we write it down as well, it causes us to be accountable. Let's say, for example, you have a diary. In a day, you want to achieve certain things. You write down those things because you're telling yourself, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and this, and this today. And once you've done it, you tick it off. If you haven't done it, you don't tick it off, obviously. So for you now, that's like a challenge. Like, I have to do it because I want to tick it off and it needs to be done. So it really helps you to become more accountable with your actions, with your behaviors and your habits, the things that you decide to do with your day. Number 2, do a detox. So get rid of things that do not serve you purpose any longer. So I think this is such an important one. It's so important that we actually evaluate ourselves. Evaluate our life, like reevaluate our life. Like, what are the things that I'm doing right now that are not even adding to my life? Like, let's say, for example, you're someone who, this was something that I had to really do a detox on. Just being on your phone unnecessarily because you're bored, because you want to pass time, just randomly, just for no reason, because, there's nothing to do, just be on my phone. Like, you're wasting your time and you've got things you can be doing that could be more productive and more useful. So do you need to do a detox in that area? Do you need to do a detox on the things that you're watching, the things that you're feeding yourself, the things that you're allowing to fill your spirit? Do you need to maybe spend more time reading the word? Do you need to spend more time praying or worshiping? Or do you need to actually spend time feeding your soul, feeding your physical body as well, maybe exercising, maybe feeding your social life or something? Maybe you're someone who is a really, really introverted individual and you don't allow any time for social activity, because guys, this is all a part of our well-being. God says it's important that we fellowship. It's important that the brethren meet together, right? What do you need to do a detox on? What is it that you feel like you need to actually get rid of for you to be able to move forward and do the things that you're trying to achieve in your life at the moment? And then the next thing is really start to change your habits. The things that you know that you constantly do, this is now your willpower. You have to be like, I can't keep doing this, because if I keep doing the same thing every day and I don't change, let me not expect to see any change in my life. I need to be able to, okay, we're not doing this anymore because it's not serving us anymore. We're doing this because we know that it's going to serve us. And this is where really we have to become I'm challenging myself. It's a challenge. Like, you challenge your habits, you challenge your behaviors and the things that you always do. Let's say, for example, you're a smoker, right? And you know smoking's not good for you. This is a really random example. It's not good for you, but yet you keep doing it because you're addicted to it, or like, you know, it's just in you and you just can't stop. You're trying to stop, but you can't stop, right? I have patients at work who really, really want to quit, but they just keep going back. Some things are spiritual. Some things you really need prayer. Some things can only come out with prayer and fasting, right? You really need that prayer. You need that communion with God, and you need the presence of God. You need to surround yourself with the right people to help you to overcome the things that you know that you shouldn't be doing, but yet you're still doing, right? There are things that we know individually in our own lives that we know that we shouldn't really be participating in, and because it's not even serving us at all, why even do it, right? So knowing that these habits don't help us, let's say, for example, even another example I can give is we start a course and we really want to get it done so that we can get to where we want to get to, right? But yet we're too lazy. We keep procrastinating. We keep wasting time, and we don't get to where we want to get to because we keep starting and stopping. So really, guys, we have to be able to make decisions. We have to be able to stand firm on something that we have decided to do and do it. We can't keep going back and forth, because that's not going to lead us anywhere, and that will keep us in that stagnant state of our lives. Okay, so really reevaluate our behaviors, reevaluate our habits, and begin to think, okay, I need to do better. I know I can be better. And guys, something that I want to really encourage us as well of is that start slow and just keep going, even if it feels like you're not really getting anywhere. One thing that I've learned doing all of this right now is that we grow through the process. We have to trust the process, right? We grow through the process. Little by little, we get to where we want to get to. The Bible says that those who are faithful with the little will be faithful with much. God can't trust us with much if we can't even handle the little that we have. Let's say, for example, we can't even get up in the morning to pray, right? This is just like a habit thing. We can't even get up in the morning to pray. How do we expect to get up early, right? Get up early for a business that requires us every morning to get there on time, set everything up, ready to go. Let's say you run like a cafe or something. Set it all up, get it all ready so that people can come, your customers can come and they can buy off you. If we can't even be faithful with the little things, when it comes to the massive things, we're going to struggle. We're literally going to struggle. So sometimes it's really a character issue. It's a character problem. It's an issue with our habits, the way we do things, our willpower, the way we decide. If we just people who just like to procrastinate, how are you going to manage something that is going to be bigger that maybe God has for you? How are you going to do that? So really, we have to start with our behaviors first, start with the things that we are doing in our lives that are not aiding us, and then begin to want to better yourself, begin to want to do better, be better in all areas of your life. If you guys watched our other videos on quality over quantity, we're talking about in all areas, our finances, our relationships, our friendships, everything that is part of our lives. We want it to be quality, right? We want to produce quality results in each and every single areas. Therefore, it's important that we also we put in the work and the effort, the habits that we need to be implementing. We implement those habits in order to achieve the results that we want. The last thing that I did was set goals. So set the goals that you're going to achieve and make it specific. Obviously, we know about the acronym for setting goals. If you know the acronym for setting goals, you know. But really, to simplify it, just write down the thing that you really want to do and then begin to think of different ways that you can get it done. Brainstorm, write out, okay, how can I do it? Because guys, one thing that I've learned, especially doing this, is that we actually have very creative minds, guys. God has given us the ability to create. The same way He is a creator, we have the ability to create in us as well. So if we really want to, let's let our imagination run wild. Let's think, okay, what could I do? How could I do it, right? Write down things that you could get done, how you could do it. and then begin to work on it little by little by little, you see that each step, God is guiding you, He's leading you, He's giving you inspiration, He's giving you wisdom and understanding. And then you see that you begin to get out of that state of stagnation, and you see that, okay, wow, okay, I think I know what I want to do with myself now. And then being consistent, now that comes to your character. How much are you willing to sacrifice? How much effort are you willing to put into achieving something that you feel like you really need to achieve? Because sometimes it really is all about our character and the things we decide to do with ourselves that really either will leave us at a state of stagnation and not knowing what to do with our lives, or propel us forward and begin to do greater in our lives. Just to finish up, I want to round it up by really referring back again to the Israelites. One thing that I know about God, reading that whole story, is that God always desires to restore us from whatever it is that we're going through, right? He sent Moses, He sent Aaron to try to bring His children out of slavery, right? Slavery, for example, is a representation of stagnation. God wants to bring us out of stagnation, a period of our lives where we feel like we don't know what to do, we feel like we're stuck. God desires to bring us out of that place. And we can see in all the attempts that God implemented during that time when He was leading Moses and Aaron to speak to Pharaoh, to show those signs, and really change Pharaoh's heart. And I just want to give you guys one last verse. Joel chapter 2 verse 25 to 27 says, I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten, the great locust and the young locust, the other locust and the locust swarm, my great army that I sent among you. You will have plenty to eat until you are full, and you will praise the Lord your God, who has worked wonders for you. Never again will my people be put to shame. So really, this is a promise. This is a promise for the Israelites that God will bring us out. Even if we go through certain periods like that, if we're under attack, God brings us out. And He desires to restore us always. So let us be assured that even if we go through that period of stagnation, as long as we seek God, as long as we look to the answer of why we're going through what we're going through and what He wants to bring out of us, He will be able to do that. Sometimes we go through things for God to teach us what it is that He wants us to do next. So let's wait on God for that answer. Let's wait to see what it is that He has for us. So yeah, guys, I hope that all of these steps or things that I have talked about are helpful, and I hope that you guys will be able to use it out there. Thank you to the beautiful individual who suggested the topic. If anybody else has anything that they'd also like us to talk about or like me to talk about, I'll also bring Ben on here as well, obviously, next time. Please send them through. If you want to DM it personally, you can. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching Heart to Heart, and I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.